Hey everyone, Aaron and Joe here, ready to bring you the insight to movies, music, and many more entertainment topics. Our goal is to give you the news you're looking for in the world of entertainment while providing you with our thoughts and opinions on the latest news in the entertainment industry.
We hope you all enjoy the discussion, but we also need your input. It's right there in the name. You name it, we say it. Comments on our videos, comments on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find those in our description below. Or slide in our DMs. The most liked comment of the week will be featured and answered on our podcast. Comment a question you have, and maybe you'll be the winner. If you stick around till the end, why not hit that red subscribe button and the bell below to get notified when we release a new video. And Joe, how about we get this show on the roll?
So everybody, the time has come. Avengers Infinity War has finally hit theaters, and we're here to talk about it.
Woo!
Exactly. We are very hyped about it. We are going to give our spoiler-free review. We're going to have a spoiler discussion after this video, but this is our spoiler-free review. If anybody has not seen the movie, you're safe. If anybody has seen the movie but doesn't want to hear us talk about spoilers, you're safe too. But there will be a spoiler discussion coming right after this. So, let's get started talking about this movie. Aaron, I'll start with you. What's your thoughts?
Amazing, incredible, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. So many words to describe this movie.
Yeah, man, you hit the target. This was probably one of the most groundbreaking superhero movies I've seen in a while, honestly.
I agree.
Again, I think Black Panther is phenomenal, but Infinity War, it's 10 years in the making. 10 years of Marvel Studios movies.
You know, I work at a movie theater, and I have the amount of people I have coming up to me that are so excited to see this movie, telling me, man, I've been waiting 10 years for this. Or I even have the few, like, I watched Thor Ragnarok. I loved it so much that I went and I watched the entire MCU starting from Iron Man 1. And now here I am, ready for this movie. The hype around it is amazing. They've been building up so much hype with their past movies that have just came out. Thor Ragnarok,
Yep.
Winter Soldier,
Black Panther, Doctor Strange.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
But well, how about you, Joe?
This movie is, in my opinion, one word: incredible.
I can agree.
It hit so many emotions. The action was perfect. The storyline was deep. The characters, you feel for each character in the movie. And without giving a spoiler, of course, this is Thanos' movie.
He owns the show here.
Oh, yeah. He's the main character. And we're not going to go deep into him in this video, but he was a standout.
He's the villain we've been waiting for 10 years.
Yep.
He's something different.
Yep, I agree. We've had some good Marvel villains, but in my opinion, and a lot of people agree on this,
he's a smart guy.
I wasn't going to go to that yet. I was going to say Marvel Studios, their movies, they have from mediocre villains to good villains.
Yeah.
There was never really any huge standouts besides Killmonger in Black Panther and the Vulture and Loki.
Yeah.
Besides that,
I think Loki was probably the best villain we've had until Thanos has showed up.
I'll second that. But moving on a little bit from Thanos and all the Marvel villains, this movie made you aware of everything that was going on. It rounded a lot of things up. It wrapped everything up that we've been waiting for. And
what's crazy too, not only does it wrap things up, it starts a new chapter for so much more.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you so ready for Phase 4. I don't know if I can wait another year.
Yeah, I mean, in 1 year from now, we're going to have Avengers 4, which we don't know the title yet, but
they say it's going to be a big clue to what happens, so they're trying to stay away from leaking it.
Exactly. Again, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out in July of this year, July 2018, and then we have Captain Marvel coming out in January 2019, and then right after that we have Avengers 4. So we have 2 more Marvel movies in between.
Well, you skipped one.
What's that?
Deadpool 2.
He's not part of the MCU.
Yet.
We'll see what happens.
That we know of.
Yeah.
He could, for all we know, he could be the new Guardians of the Galaxy in the future.
Right.
But moving on.
Yeah, so let's talk about our pros first, and then we'll go into some cons about the movie. I'll start off right on in with the story and the acting for these characters. Again, we're not going to go into any detail, but we really can't talk about the story that much without giving spoilers.
All right, so we can't talk about the story that much, so let me put it this way. What do you think of Thor and Captain America rocking the same beard?
They're rocking that beard. I'd love to grow mine out just like them, but it'll never happen.
I think I'm almost there. I'm rocking.
You're getting close to an Asgardian beard.
Almost an Asgardian god.
Yup, so we have all the characters interacting. They just delve in perfectly. And I have to give a lot of credit to the directors, the writers, the actors, and the producer, Kevin Feige, of this movie. I mean, this is something that's very hard to pull off. People think that they couldn't pull it off, but they did.
The names in this movie, they're so big. To get them all in the same place at the same time costs an exponential amount of money that nobody has. So the reason that this movie is even out, it's amazing.
Exactly. Aaron, before we move on to another part of our positives of the movie, do you want to touch base on the story and the characters, the acting? Again, we really can't talk a lot about spoilers.
Yeah. Let me go into character design, I guess.
We can do that. I mean, people have seen how the characters look like in the trailers and everything.
So, as far as the Black Order goes, everyone knows the Black Orders in the film, they look awesome.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I compared them to Steppenwolf from DC.
No, you did not.
Not the quality, but the sort of look that they had, that gray-white look. And they look so much better than Steppenwolf. So that's where I'm going with that. That they looked similar in the fact that they had that whitish death feel to them. So.
Yep. So we had a total of 4 of Thanos' children, the children of Thanos, the Black Order, as they're called too.
Yeah.
We had Co-Obsidian, which is known as the Black Dwarf in the comics. He's the big,
he's pretty much the evil Hulk.
Basically, we had Ebony Maw, which was more of the telekinetic one. We had
very, very cool powers.
Yep, exactly. And then we had
more powerful ones.
For sure. Very scary too.
Oh yeah.
And then we had Proxima Midnight.
Oh no, wait. That was Baltimore. we didn't even touch on that.
Yeah. AKA Voldemort.
Voldemort makes a guest appearance.
Yeah. As Ebony Maw, one of the children of Thanos. We're just kidding, guys. But we'll move on to the last two, Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive. They're more of the warrior type.
Yeah, they go in and fight.
Exactly. So, we have those 4 children of Thanos alongside, obviously, the main villain, Thanos. And their designs, the CGI on them is...
It's amazing.
Perfect.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
And when you compare it to the direct competitor, DC, there's no comparing.
Right.
But
we're not going to turn this into a Marvel vs. DC war, but...
I'm just saying, after seeing this, DC really needs to step their game up. But
well, I said it in our previous video, I'll say it again. Marvel Studios and Disney, they
solidified another 10 years.
They are the definition of the superhero genre.
Yes, for sure.
So let's move on over to... Want to talk about the visuals in terms of, like, the design? I mean, we'll talk about the costume designs and how the villains look, but...
Did you get that same feel watching Avengers Infinity War that you did while watching Black Panther, while soaring through those waterfalls in Black Panther? We didn't really get too much of that.
No.
They weren't really trying to show off too much of, like, the scenery. It was more so about the story.
Yeah.
For sure. But the minimalistic things that they did absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, we went to several new planets in this movie.
Yes.
And it looks real. I mean, the work they put in this movie is exceptional. I mean, it's just incredible. But we'll move on from that. And then I guess we'll move on to some of our negatives of the movie, if we have any. I have a few. again, mostly positive. We'll give you guys our score at the end of the review. But Aaron, do you have any negatives, any cons about the movie?
You know, I have nothing that comes to my head, at least that I could put in here. If you want to hear more about what I think could made this movie a lot better, you can listen to our spoiler edition. There's just nothing that I could really talk about here that they did wrong. They did everything right.
Right. I'll get into my my negatives of the movie. And the positives outweigh them. I'll just say it's one negative. And that was, it's a hard thing to do. We had many, many, many characters and many actors. Hard to spend an equal time between every one of them. So the story at times felt a little uneven, a little cluttered when you're jumping back from character to character to character to character and then back again to that character. Kind of get what I'm saying without giving spoilers, Aaron?
I get what you're saying, but at that point we're talking about maybe a 3.5 hour long movie as a part 1.
Right.
That's a long, and count it with the part 2, probably another 3.5 hours. That's 7 hours for one movie. That's a long movie.
It is.
But I think Avengers should have done it. I agree with you. They should have done it. This is something we've been waiting for 10 years. They have the fan base. Everyone who's watching it wants more.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more in part 2.
Who knows what the future has to hold? That's what I want to get into. So, Joe, what is your thoughts on the future of Marvel after watching this movie? Or not even Marvel, but cinema world, what happening in film, anything.
In film, it's the film industry itself. I feel like people are going to want to copy MCU. Studios have already tried
the expanding story.
Exactly, like we've seen with one movie, Universal's Dark Universe, their horror genre, delving into one connected universe. That kind of ended real quick after The Mummy.
Yes.
DC, we've seen it, and they're going to continue to do it, but like we spoke in our Marvel vs. DC video, it's going to take them a while to catch up to Marvel. But
definitely.
I'll go ahead and say, for the future of Marvel movies, after the next Avengers movie, they're going to start to do a lot more independent movies. I mean, they're not going to have these big team-up Avengers movies for quite some time. They're going to want to do more character-based movies.
Another probably 4 years, I'd say.
And a well-deserved wait, I have to say.
That's fine. I have my fix. I don't have my fix yet, but I'll have my fix after I find out what happens in the second part.
Exactly. So, let's go ahead, Aaron, and wrap this review up.
All right.
And I'll go out on a limb and say, you've heard me talk about it a few minutes ago. This movie was incredible. The story, the characters, the acting, the visuals, and I don't know where they're going to go from here. So I'm going to give my review, and there's only one negative of the movie that I pointed out, which was it felt a little bit clunky at times. I'll give it a score of 9 out of 10 Joes.
9 out of 10
It's
Joes.
almost perfect. And again, it's just a minor negative about the clunky part, but I understand there's a lot of characters, and there's not enough time in a 2.5 hour movie to have an even amount of screen time for each character. So, again, 9.5 Joes out of 10.
Oh, 9.5. I thought you said 9.
I just changed it.
Oh, you changed?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
9.5 Joes. That's what I'm sticking with. It's almost a perfect movie. And this isn't me drinking the Kool-Aid or anything, but after processing it for a day, rewatching some videos, just thinking about the movie as a whole, the Russo brothers and the team behind Avengers Infinity War knocked it out of the park. Aaron?
Man, this might be the nostalgia of Iron Man 1, but I gotta give this another 9.5 out of 10. Aaron's.
9.5 Aaron's out of 10?
I give this 9.5 Aaron's out of 10.
Alright. Alright, guys. For all our viewers of You Name It, We Say It, thank you for listening to our spoiler-free review. And keep 2 eyes and 2 ears open for our spoiler discussion video. That's going to be a lot of information, a lot about the movie, and it's one discussion you will not want to miss. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until then, you've heard us with You Name It, We Say It.
That does it for us here on today's episode of You Name It, We Say It Entertainment. We post videos almost every day on topics that interest us and you, our listeners, throughout the week, and wrap it all up with our podcast show.
As always, follow us on our social media pages, and please send us a topic you would like us to talk about. The most liked comment of the week will be featured and answered on Sundays in our podcasts. If you enjoyed, please give us a subscribe and hit the bell for notifications on our new videos. We appreciate the support and stay tuned for more content. You name it, we say it, out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.